Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a good day. Today, we are looking at the styles in the Samaritan, the style in the play Samaritan by John Lara. Yesterday, we looked at the synopsis and the theme of Act 1, Scene 1. So today, we are going deeper and delving into the styles as presented in Act 1, Scene 1 will be systematic until we get to the end. The first style presented in this play is symbolism. If you look at page 1, the school, Sagrada Secondary School, is presented as the school on a hill. This style is a symbol because any establishment on a hill is a symbol of authority. So here, the school symbolizes knowledge, it symbolizes enlightenment, it symbolizes progress, it also symbolizes authority. And to substantiate this, we see that this school has a winning innovation. The school has a winning innovation in the year secondary school national competition, innovation competition. It has a winning innovation. That's why it's a school on a hill. It's a school that everyone else look up to. The community looks up to that school. Socially, or in our society, in most cases, those establishments that are on a hill, since time immemorial, have been symbols of authority. For example, the State House is always called the house on a hill. So we look up to it. The castles were always built at a raised ground or on a raised ground. So the school here on a hill is a symbol of authority, is also a symbol of progress, is a symbol of enlightenment, and the community in Maracas municipality is looking up to that school for direction. The second symbol presented is the issue of three mobile phones. Because look at how the mayor enters the stage, or how the mayor is introduced. When the mayor is introduced, they say that the mayor is a tall, heavy man called Mosi, but popularly known as Mosi or Atunya, which means the smoke that thunders. Then the mayor puts his three mobile phones as well as his broad-brimmed hat and walking stick. So the hat and walking sticks are his symbols of authority, but the three. Now here we are going to focus on the three mobile phone. Why is he having three mobile phone? And this is often the trend with the politicians. They tend to showcase opulence. So those three mobile phones represent opulence to show how selfish they are, because he's having excess. One mobile phone is enough, but he has the second, he has the third, which brings him out as a selfish person or a greedy person, a person who is often looking for more. So this will later on be juxtaposed or be contrasted uh, with the status of his subjects. Because if you look at the description given to his subjects, they are suffering. Uh, the play within a play, when Montano talks about the people in Maracas municipality and the trend they are in and the prospects they have, there are people who are suffering, there are people who are living in lack. So when their leader is showcasing opulence, is a clear indication that he's a greedy leader who does not care about them. He's a selfish leader who does not care about his subject. The the second style. So I've presented the two symbols here. The first symbol was the the school being on a hill. The school is on a hill, and this is on page 1 in the stage direction. The school on a hill. Then 3 mobile phones on page 2. The 3 mobile phone being symbols of opulence and bringing out the issue of greed among the leaders. So the second style presented in this book is the biblical allusion. Biblical allusion. Remember the story of the Samaritan in the Bible. When Alvita introduces the application, he calls it the Samaritan, and he says like the Samaritan like in the Bible. So meaning this app is an allusion to the story of the Samaritan in the Bible. For those who remember the story, it's about a Jew who was traveling, and he is accosted by thieves who take his property, and they beat him and leave him half dead. The priest passes by, and the priest does nothing about it. The Levite passes by, the Levite does nothing about it, and this person is saved by the Samaritan. So look at it this way: the priest is an honorable man, is a man of honor, is a man of faith. The Levite too is an honorable man. People who are close to God, and people who are close to God are people we expect to help or save others when they are in need. But what do? They pass by. And then the Samaritan, the tribe, a person belonging to the tribe that was least, uh, was considered the least, or the dishonorable one among the Jews, is the one who is helping. So now come back to our text. The application, the Samaritan, is supposed to bring about transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability is necessary for proper utilization of resources, so that Marcus municipality, together with the nation, can realize the dream that Alvita had. So in short, to serve the people, this app is necessary. But who are these people who are bringing in an agent of salvation? The agent of salvation is brought by students, the least expected, because the leaders who are charged with the responsibility of protecting public property are the one who are plundering it. So they do not help. So the help is coming from the least expected quarters. Just like in the Bible, help for uh, that person came from the least expected person, the Samaritan. So that the style of biblical allusion is brought out in on page 13. Then there is the third style here, and I think colleagues on this wall will help me elaborate on this, or if you have a contrary opinion, put it in the comment section. In the comment section, this style of play within a play. So if you look at this story, this is a play. Then there is a skit, which is also a play that is showcased by Alvita and Montano. And in that skit, we are presented with the problems that are ailing Maracas municipality, and we are also presented with the, the solution, and presented with the future should that solution be adopted. So what is the effectiveness of this particular style? The author uses these to provide an opportunity to reflect on the current situation of the people in Maracas municipality and enlighten the audience who are there, of bring them to the attention of the problem, enlighten them, and also provide the solution. So that was an opportunity of using that play within our play provides that agency and the platform for change. Then there is another style, the fourth style is simile. Simile is brought out on page 6 when I can read that for you. On page 6, the way your nose was running as though you had a drum of fluids in the middle of your head. So the comparison, this comparison, the running nose compared to a person who has fluid, like he has a drum of fluid in the middle of his head. You had a drum of fluid in the middle of your head. So what is the effect of such as style? Why has the author decided to use it? Remember, in most cases, or just remember that styles are used to enhance the themes, to enhance the subject, or enhance the message. So here the message is pollution and the effect that pollution is causing. Because they're talking of a stench smell in every city, in every town, a stench smell. And the stench smell is caused by, the stench is caused by pollution. So the message being brought about is pollution and the effect of pollution. Then there is also another simile when Montano says that people are being slaughtered like chicken. The comparison of that, the people are being slaughtered like chicken, is to bring about insecurity. Of course, that is still hyperbole, exaggeration, but it brings about the message of insecurity, or the theme of insecurity that is in Maracas municipality. Um, Still on the same note, the author uses hyperbole and exaggeration, hyperbole, when he says people, when Montano says people adapted to eating plastic and synthetic fibers. Of course, we know a person cannot eat plastic and synthetic fiber and then last. So it's quite an exaggeration to show how the situation, how severe that situation was, and bring about the, the message of poverty. That there was a poverty and there was a hunger. The idea of hunger, there was no food. So that's the message that the author is trying to pass across by using hyperbole. Uh, the author also uses metaphor, and this metaphor you can decide to look at them as idioms. You can decide to also look at them as metaphors. You will you will comment. You will put it on the comment section how you like us to 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 assess them. So here the metaphor on page 7, when he says that so people had no avenue for protection and justice. They had to figure out their private arrangement, the security and justice, if you get what I mean. Uh, he says, in any case, and as you know, law enforcers and judges could only serve those who grease their palms. They could only serve those who grease their palms. So that part, serve only those who grease their palm, is a metaphor to show that they could only serve those who bribed them. So if they could only serve those who bribed them, then the message there is corruption. The author is trying to pass the message of corruption. Then people took matters into their own hand, still on page 7, when he says that so the rest of people had no avenue for protection. Others made private arrangement, and that made people take the law into their own hands. So taking the law into their own hand represents the idea of vigilantism, or the idea of mob justice. So it can also be used as a idiomatic expression, or it can be used as a metaphor to to represent mob justice or vigilantism, taking matters into their own hands. And another metaphor, when Nicole says that, what pipe dream you entertain, what a pipe dream you entertain, she puts it in form of an exclamation. What pipe dream you entertain, to show that she thinks these are unrealistic expectations. Whatever Alvita is talking about, because she uses this phrase to in reference to the dreams that Alvita was having of a technologically advanced nation where citizens do not bother themselves with menial jobs and professional jobs. All they do is exploration beyond this planet. So he looks at them, and those are piped dream. So the idea here, the phrase is a metaphor for unrealistic expectation, or also an idiomatic expression for unrealistic expectation. But the message being passed there is hopelessness. So the hopelessness here is not, let's divorce this hopelessness from Nicole, because Nicole here is in a play, in that play within a play. So the hopelessness here represents the hopelessness of the people in Maracas municipality, because the way things are, the way things are being handled, they don't see a glimmer of hope. They think any good thing cannot happen. So when Alvita talks of such a dream of space exploration, of regenerating cells, of cancer cure, of so all those look like a dream to them, because they have resigned to fate. Uh, there is also sarcasm at the end. These two leaders, Honorable Basideo and your worship the mayor, are engaged in a game of wit. Uh, the mayor is angry. He wants that app to be stopped. He does not really understand it, and he knows it's going to damage his reputation. He knows it's going to expose him, so he wants it to be stopped. So he talks of rumors being spread. Such kind of application can be used for misinformation. So rumors can be spread. He gives a scenario where rumors were spread that he was dead, and people pretended that he was dead, and he wasn't dead. And he nearly swallowed a toothpick. In which Basdeo responds that, and you might swallow another toothpick. In fact, it wasn't Basdeo. That's on page 19. Uh, Page 16, Ramdai. In fact, it was Ramdai who says, "Oh, yes, I see the risk. You might spread another rumor on this platform, and you might swallow another toothpick. Yes, you will." If he says you might swallow another toothpick, he's being sarcastic. Uh, he knows that the mayor is not like the mayor. This statement, the mayor does not mean it. The mayor is just using it as an excuse to try and cover up his fears. Now he mocks him with it. So that is the use of sarcasm. On the same, or sarcasm, I mean, on the same note, page 19 now, when Basdeo says, I smell a new dawn, smell a new dawn, he's trying to mock the mayor, because the mayor here is in trouble. The mayor is already complaining about the application, but Basdeo seems happy with that application because he knows the application is going to expose the mayor and therefore give him a chance of election. When the people are agitated and they rise against the mayor, he gets to be employed and to be voted in as the mayor. Then the mayor responds, there are delicacies for porcupine. So he's also mocking him back. And in this response, there is insolence, there is anger and insolence. He's calling Basdeo a porcupine. And Basdeo replies, it's a delicious new dawn. Meaning, to him, Basdeo is witty. He's very intelligent and witty. So he wants to anger him and aggravate his anger so that he can misbehave. Then, lastly, we have irony. It's ironical that the judges who are supposed to uphold the law and the law enforcers are not upholding the law. Instead, they only serve those who grace them. So the law exists to protect the oppressors. The law is supposed to safeguard the weak, yet it exists to support the oppressors. It's also ironical that the mayor is unwilling to allow the app that is there to bring about accountability. He's trying to stop it. Yet, he's the one later on will see him complaining. And here, there is a solution. He does not want to adopt that solution. Then when he says that I'm genuinely impressed, when he's giving his final address to the student, he tells them he's genuinely impressed with that application. Yet he does not launch it. Yet he does not award them. So he's not impressed with that application. I believe those are majorly the styles found there, but I know there are some more which I have not explored. If you have come across some, just put it in the comment section and we will discuss. Thank you for listening.